What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to teach y'all a little bit about making weird boxes. Today I've sold two crazy things that I have no boxes that will fit them, so I've got to make my own boxes that work. And I'm just gonna walk you through how I do that and just show you what I got. The first thing I've got that has sold is this crazy guitar, right? Super long, super thin, super awkward. So the first thing I did, I already cut this part out because I wasn't expecting to make this video, but I was like, maybe y'all are interested in this. So let me know in the comments if this is something you might be interested in, if you're interested in doing eBay stuff. First thing I did was I cut a hole in the box where the neck of the guitar can pop out. Then I found another box that is tall enough to hide the neck of the guitar. And then I'm gonna put these two things together, cut the same hole in it, make sure it looks good, and go from there. So I normally just have a box cutter. There it is. Sorry, I lost it. So what I'm gonna do is, the first thing, I wanna make sure these boxes match up. So I'm gonna get an ink pen, and I'm gonna place this box where I want it. I want it to be flush with this end of this box. And I want it to be right off. Why is it stopping me? Okay, we're gonna take this box up because this is clearly not working. I've been watching a Peter McKinnon video over here. What do y'all think about Peter McKinnon's new style of videos? If you're interested in video editing and things like that, he's used to be that style. Then he went photography heavy, then he went vlog heavy, and then he's now on this like teaching you how to like be a better person type stuff. I don't know, it's really cool. You should definitely check out his videos if you haven't before. Peter McKinnon, he's one of the best photographers I've ever seen in my life. Got my boxes taped up, match them up, make sure they're flush. We don't want to mess this up. And I'm just gonna trace where I want to make my cuts. So that's what it looks like. There's a little trace. It doesn't have to be perfect because it ain't gonna be. The beauty about doing this stuff is you always buy poly bags so that you can cover up your mistakes. Alright, now I have two holes. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place these boxes on top of each other. Place them on top of each other like so. Bring this down here where you can see a little better. And get them all lined up like I want it. I'm gonna take a gun and go. Dude, this is turning out to be a project. I'm just gonna cut the paper. Dude, these boxes are not wanting to work with me. Normally I'm so much better at this, but I think because I'm trying to film and talk to y'all, I'm just messing this all up. I call these Franken boxes because like Frankenstein made them. I didn't make that up. That's an industry term that a lot of people call this, but I always like it because I think it's cool sounding. All right, let's go ahead and place that there. Get ahead and put this box onto that box. Like so. And a little tip, if you got like tape sticking up like that, just cut the tape a little bit and then it'll lay over. And I'm gonna get a little piece just to kind of hold this in place while I do the big tapes. All I might cut this outer edge off. I'm not sure yet because the guitar isn't as wide as those boxes. So we'll see. Now I'm just going to do a couple of strips down. You end up wasting a lot of tape doing this, but it's the safest way to do it. And now the piece that's most important. Put this through your hole and tape it on both sides, and the boxes will not come apart. It's crazy. This is the most sturdy part of the whole thing. So now we got our 2 boxes here. We can take, let me get a wider shot here so y'all can actually see what I'm doing. We actually got our 2 boxes here, so we're gonna go ahead and slide the guitar neck through there, place it in there, and voila. We could send it like this, or we can cut this outer edge off the box and make them look a little nicer. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut that, yeah. I got a bag of rubber bands, and if I got cables that are loose, I'll roll the cables up and rubber band them. I know this is a different kind of video, but this is something that I have to do on the daily that normally takes a lot of time. And I just wanted to like let y'all see if this is something y'all might be interested in. Put that in there. And where's my box gotta go? I lose a box cutter about every 5 seconds of the day. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure this up on the edge of the guitar where it's at, and I'm just going to cut it and try to make a straight line all the way to the end. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I've said 100 times. It just has to be done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut all the way down my box. Try to keep that same distance all the way down. Just makes it easier in the long run. Oh, almost cut myself. Watch your fingers when you do this. You don't want to throw this away because you're going to put it right back in. So I cut the edge of the box off where it's even with that. Now I just tuck this part of the box underneath the guitar and inside there. And now we're 2 inches shorter, or 1.5 inches, whatever that is, shorter. And then just tape this outer edge to it. If you get rid of some of your excess weight as well doing this. Where did my cutter go? How do I keep losing this? How do I keep losing it? I found it. You can stop looking. Alright, so you cut off your excess cordboard so you can lose a little bit of your weight. The less your package weighs, the better the shipping price is going to be. That piece was already kind of broken, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that corner back. And just kind of throw some tape on there. It's definitely not pretty, but it's done. Alright. Alright, got that wall fixed. Now what I'm going to do is just do a little tip piece. Put it on hat. Get a little piece of tape about 6 inches long. And place it on the inside of this. Then whenever you place it over here, make sure it's all flush on the outside. You just push that down and that'll hold your place while you attempt to make the rest of the box work. I'm just gonna start taping away. Oh no, where are you going? Come back. Okay. And I'm just taping this thing like crazy. Wasting a lot of tape, it feels like, but I'm saving a couple of bucks just by losing those 2 inches. So, definitely worth it. And just a couple pieces on the inside here. Keep things from moving around. I don't like this joint here. It's not really working for me. This corner here is just not coming together, so I got to figure that out. It's kind of hard because I should have done this with these boxes separate, but I've already taped them together, so we're just making it work. All right. And once you tape that on, you just have a shorter box. I mean, everything looks the same. It's just, this is a loose edge that's held on by tape. So, definitely a pretty cool little way to make your boxes a little smaller. So if you want to get your shipping down, if you're like, oh, I could lose like 2 inches on this side, type it into your machine on eBay here, and if eBay says you can save $1 by cutting off an inch, save yourself $1. Cut that inch off. And I mean, it might not be worth it in the long run, but I'm all about penny pinching, man. If you can save me 50 cents by taking 20 minutes of work, I'm gonna take that 20 minutes of work. All right, so the next thing we need is some bubble wrap. I have this big roll of bubble wrap here. I'm just gonna take about that much. And a couple of little spacers that I have around. Just kind of shove around it to keep it steady. So the shipping, whenever I first did this, it was going to be $25.82. So let's see if we save some money from the 25 bucks that it charged the person to do this. Throw all my paper and bubble wrap in here just to get a weight. Normally I would have already wrapped it and put it on there, but I do things differently. I filmed this for a YouTube channel, so I've got to film it twice. So I don't ever box anything up. I got to get everything that I would do, measure it, weigh it, get a price so I can tell you exactly how much I've spent and go from there. All right, our weight is 3 pounds, 9 ounces. You'll need a tape measure for this so you can figure out exactly how wide your box is. Our box is 33 inches long. It takes them about 5 inches off there. Tab. Whenever you're measuring the width, like our boxes are different sizes, you're just going to measure the widest part of your whole thing. So whatever the widest edge is what you're going to measure. We're going to say 12 inches. That's what that's at. And 5 inches. Sweet. And our total is $22.49 by shaving down some of the box. So we saved quite a bit of money by trimming this thing down. So always trim boxes down if you can. Now I'm gonna go ahead and print this label out. I don't put anything together yet because, like I said, I'll do a video. I'll film that and then I'll show you me doing the finalization on everything. This video's way different than what my normal content is, but this is just something that I had to spend a lot of time on today, and I just want to show you what I do whenever I have a weird, oddly shaped item. Go ahead and print me out a shipping label here. And I just throw it in the box and set this off to the side. We have one more oddly shaped thing. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm talking, normally I have like 1 or 2 weird shaped things that I've got to do this to, but to have 2 in the same day is absolutely crazy. I sold my first baseball bat. Got me an Easton baseball bat here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and package this thing up. What I've got is, I measured my bat just to see how long we are, and we are at 30.5 inches long. I have boxes that we get in all the time that are 10 by 5 by 5. We still have that extra inch, right? So it's a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna do, I realized that it was not gonna be long enough to just stick these all end to end to end like I did with those boxes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one box and I'm gonna tape it up. So I'm gonna tape this box up. This is gonna be my middle box. Normally if I had another box, I would just cut it down if I had one long enough, but right now I don't have very many big boxes, so I'm using little boxes to make this all up. So, cut that box down. I hope this video isn't boring, you guys. I find this really entertaining to me. So what we're gonna do next is, since we are not going to be, this is gonna be our middle box, we don't need ends, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it directly down the center. Just go to the bottom here, and then I'm gonna recut the tape at the top. So I want the bottom to still be stuck together. I just want my flappies to be open. Flappies, is that the proper term for that? And then I'm just gonna cut across the bottom of the cardboard box here. Just releasing those little flappies and drop the cardboard that comes out. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And just cut it down the middle. It does not have to be perfect because this is a little bit longer than an inch by itself. So now I have an open-ended box. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bat. Let's go ahead and just take these 2 boxes together just so we can have the boxes together, a little easier to work with. So I've taped that box up. Now I'm going to take the other one up. Ooh, I'm just dropping stuff. It is hot today. I went from like freezing cold 2 days ago to now I'm like just sweating like crazy. And the air is on. So, welcome to Kentucky, right? Man. What's that I always say? If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes and you'll enjoy it. Because it'll change. I don't know who talks like that, but it sounded good. All right, so next thing we're going to do is I want this box to be my end box. So I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to trace it. I can just get a little rough guesstimation on where I need my hole to be. And just cut it out. Now, is this always worth it to do this? No. And because of this, I've actually stopped picking up bats, golf clubs, and things like that. But these were still pretty good sellers. The guitar was not, but I digress. Made a mistake on the guitar, but I'm glad it's gone. Going to a good home, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go ahead and cut the same hole out that I did on this one, so I'm just going to match these up and draw the square. And I got my 2 holes on there, so these line up. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to place the bat in here on the top. We're going to stand this box up over here. Can you see it over here? Stand that right there. Like that. All right, Raina, I'm gonna have my daughter come in and help me do something real quick. I need you to hold it from the front like this. Just right off. And then we take our box in the middle and we just tape it like this. Okay. Got it still. Don't drop it. It's getting heavy. You're wobbling. Okay, so we're gonna match this side up on the top and just throw a little tape on there just to hold that steady. Get the bottom matched up. I got it now. Thank you. Get the bottom matched up. Take that down. And we're going to roll this thing over and do the same thing over here. Take that down. And tape this side down. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty. Like I've said, because we're going to hide these. We're going to hide this one at least. Alright, so we can lay this down now. And just take these little ends together and make it as sturdy as possible. Alright, now what we do is we're just going to tape these boxes all together, closed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close all these boxes and just tape them all together. Get in your home. And that's what you do. We do have a little spot in the back, so what we're going to do is I've got 2 poly bags. Hopefully these are long enough to reach at least the middle. And if it reaches at least the middle, I'm gonna put, oh yeah, I think we're gonna be good to go, baby! Let's see here. Oh man, so close. Oh yeah, we got it. These are gonna touch. So right here, it's gonna be in a poly bag. You're not gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna open this back up. I'm gonna put some paper in there so it doesn't move around. But that is how you box up 2 things that are really awkward. that is going to be the vlog for today. Today is one of those days where we had a lot to do at school today, and I've got a lot to do here at home. So we're just going to show you how to do this today, and that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I know the vlog's a little iffy right now, but school's almost over. Just bear with us. We got a lot of fun stuff planned this summer for you guys. So we got literally tomorrow and then next week, and we're done with school, and we can really focus on doing these videos and having a lot of fun. So thank you so much for being here and coming with us on this ride. That's how you box up 2 awkward items.